Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Makakradash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, rule well, and peace, love, and salutations to the hopeful elect. This is your brother Dawadah from the Men of Valor campaign, Greenville, South Carolina, coming back with another video in sincerity and in truth. Lord willing, it can be edifying. And title of this video today, through the Spirit, is going to be "Good Things Come to Those Who Wait." All right, and practicing patience. I guess I'll put that in parentheses and whatnot, but I'm going to bring out scriptures dealing with patience. You know, how it's emphasized a lot within the New Testament. All right, and how we can apply that to our walk in this faith, man. You know, you have to practice patience. You know, we're enduring. Yeah, we see the hell. As scripture say, with much wisdom comes much grief. Actually, let me see if I can find it real quick. Let's grab it real quick. Ecclesiastes chapter 1 and verse 18. It says, "For in much wisdom is actually, let's see. I'm gonna start at verse 17. It says, "And I gave my heart to know wisdom, and to know madness and folly. I perceive that this also is vexation of spirit. For in much wisdom is much grief, and he that increaseth knowledge increaseth sorrow." So us to have awaken to this truth. The Lord quicken our spirits to know who we are, to know who our enemy is, you know, to know what's coming, to know what we'll have to go through to obtain that. You know, it'll come with a lot of grief. You know, it's something that you really don't want to experience, but it's necessary when it comes to growing in this truth. So a big factor that comes into that is practicing patience. You know, and knowing that, like I'm titling this video, "Good Things Come to Those Who Wait." Us that have been called to this ministry, you know, have a very good chance, Lord willing, we endure to the end, because that's what it's all about. All right, it's all about enduring until the end, being partakers of that inheritance. When Yahweh Shai comes and reclaims the earth, all right, inherits the entire universe, all right, under the Most High Yahweh, you know, with him joint heirs and joint heirs, all right, the elect, all right, of Israel, you know, and then all of Israel, you know, we're a royal people, you know, but there's going to be, you know, levels to it. There's going to be ranking, so to speak. You know, we want to be a part of that elect, all right, because not only are we going to be worthy to escape these the judgment that Yahweh Shai is going to bring, but we're also going to be partakers in the kingdom and sovereignty, and that's something that, as a man, is something you should desire. And as Israelite men, you should have a kingdom mindset. You should have the mindset of being a king and a ruler and a sovereign, you know. But before that, just like now, like, hey, we know that the Israelite man is on the bottom right now. We're disregarded. We're disrespected among the nations. We're disrespected by our women. So we have to practice patience, knowing that the end goal is that the Lord is going to make the Israelite man more precious than fine gold. To know that, you know, we're going to get our respect back. But right now, it's like, damn, we know how things should be, and we're vexed at the fact that it isn't where it is. But see, you can't hasten above the Most High. The Lord is doing things in His time. Hey, the perfect example of practicing patience is look at our teachers, the elders and apostles of GMS, men on down that have been laboring for decades in this thing, as an example to us younger brothers of what it means to practice patience. Right, and that brings me back to was it 2nd Ezra 7? Let's get into this. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 7, and I'll start at the top. It says, "And when I had made an end of speaking these words, there was sent unto me the angel which had been sent unto me the nights afore. And he said unto me, Up, Esdras, and hear the words that I am come to tell you. I said, Speak on, my power. Then said he unto me, The sea is set in a wide place, that it might be deep and great. But put the case, the entrance were narrow and like a river. Who then could go into the sea to look upon it and to rule it? If he went not through the narrow, how could he enter into the broad?" And this is, basically metaphoric talk for the hardships we'll have to face inheriting the kingdom. You know, you can also look at it as the story of Israel. All right, as I get into this next part, here it is. You know, hey, the Lord was going to give everything to His people anyway, but we were taught a lesson. We were taught right now is the example of what happens when, first of all, we disobey the Heavenly Father and His Son. You know, we do what according to our own will. All right, and what happens when these nations rule over us? And we hate this shit. If you're in the right spirit, you hate this shit. You know, so it was a lesson, but it was the narrow that we had to enter into in order to receive that inheritance, as it's going to continue to go on. Verse 7, it says, verse 6, there's also another thing. A city is builded and set upon a broad field, and is full of all good things. The entrance thereof is narrow, and that city that's built, it's ultimately the kingdom. All right, it's full of all good things. It says the entrance thereof is narrow and set in a dangerous place to fall, right? Because, hey, coming into this truth, once again, with much wisdom comes much grief. All right, and some people, like, hey, it also speaks about, you know, eating this roll, you know, and being in your mouth sweet as honey, and then it makes your belly bitter. All right, because, yeah, on one end, we know that we're kings and, you know, the earth belongs to us. You know, like Edris will ask these questions. You know, if the earth was created for our sakes, why don't, you know, we then have an inheritance, you know, in this world? All right, but, you know, these are the questions that the men of the Lord asks, and that's where that bitterness comes in, because we're still in captivity. We don't know necessarily how long we're still going to be in captivity, but we know that the Lord is about to bring hell upon this place. He is going to deliver us. All right, we believe that wholeheartedly. You know, but it's that anxious mindset of when, you know, we're hastening to get out of here. Hey, just like the disciples, you know, when they was talking to Yahweh Shah, after he was already crucified, he was risen again. He said, will thou at this time restore the kingdom to Israel? All right, it's all about, you know, obtaining that kingdom. All right, but we had to wait. All right, and even Yahweh Shah told them, he said, you have to follow me in the regeneration. So they had to die and come back and die and come back, and ultimately, all right, we don't know who's who, but they're back in their lots today, preaching the word. All right, hastening to the coming of the day of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah to be delivered from this hellhole, man. All right, so same thing with us. It's that narrow, you know, and it's set in a dangerous place to fall because, you know, guys will come in this thing and once again, they won't count the cost. You know, they can't stand potentially losing their family or losing friends or losing status in this world. All right, and it'll be grievous under them. You know, it's in a dangerous place to fall off. All right, because if you fall out, hey, you can't. Hey, it's hard to get back in, man. The Lord said, "No man that putteth his hand to the plow looking back is fit for the kingdom." All right, so when you step into this battlefield, you step into this being a soldier for Yahweh Shah. All right, this is a lifelong battle, man. All right, this is worse than worse than the mob. You know, in the mob, you only get out two ways, man. You die. You know, or pretty much you go to jail. I don't know the exact two sayings, but hey, with the Most High, it's different. Hey, if you came into this truth and you fell out, hey, it's very slim that you're gonna have that deliverance, and that's why we focus on, you know, remembering that, so that we don't, you know, get weak in the spirit, so that we can continue, you know, basically, continue on in this path. But you know, going back in verse 7, it says the entrance thereof is narrow and set in a dangerous place to fall, like as if there were fire on the right hand and on the left a deep water, you know, and only one path between them both, even between the fire and the water, so small that there could but one man go there at once. Verse 9, if this city now were given unto a man for an inheritance, if he never shall pass through the danger set before it, how shall he receive this inheritance? And that's the point. You know, if we didn't go through, you know, the hell, we didn't know what it was like to be wicked, you know, and be ruled be ruled over in wickedness, how would we appreciate righteousness? See, we're gonna appreciate the kingdom so much more because we know what it was like when, all right, the Lord's laws weren't being pushed throughout the world. We see all the madness and folly that goes on now, and it vexes us. Which is going back to, once again, my next point, which is going to be to learning to practice patience. But verse 9 again, if this city now were given unto a man for an inheritance, if he never shall pass the danger set before it, how shall he receive this inheritance? And I said, it is so, Lord. Then said he unto me, even so also is Israel's portion. That's the point. So I'm actually going to jump over here in the blue letter, and I get this word patience, right? Which I got it over here. And I do have this definition, but I'm going to bring it out right here. So it's in a bunch of different scriptures. The word patience, all right? They're basically all saying the same word. And shoot, you know, honestly, let's read a couple of these, and then we'll get the definitions. Right, let's get this. All right, Luke 21:19, it says, in your patience possess ye your souls. All right, Romans 5:3, it says, not only so, but we glory in tribulation also, knowing the tribulation worketh patience. Romans 5:4, and patience experience, and experience hope. Romans 8:25, it says, but if we hope for that we see not, then do we with patience wait for it. All right, we're hoping for what we don't see. We're hoping for the kingdom. We're hoping to see Yahushua come back, crack the clouds, put these devils in captivity. All right, so we hope for that we see not. It says, then do we with patience wait for it. All right, that's just a couple examples. So let's get this word in the Greek.
Strong's G 5281.
Hupamane, right? And it means cheerful or hopeful, right? Hope, endurance, constancy, enduring, patience, continuance. You know, continuing forward, pushing forward. So the definition I looked up on Google, right, it has a couple of them. Let's see, it says, the first definition, the capacity to accept or tolerate delay, trouble, or suffering without getting angry or upset. So, you know, now the scriptures do say, be angry and sin not. But see, we're not getting pissed off at the Lord. Oh, the Lord, you said, you know, basically being in that spirit that Jonah was in, man. You know, and Jonah didn't want to go prophesy and whatnot. You know, Jonah was in that spirit, so to speak. All right, but ultimately, Jonah did the will of the Lord, right? The same thing with us. We know America's going to be destroyed, you know, and, you know, we see Esau doing shit to try to prolong his kingdom. You know, yeah, we want this place to fall today, but we're on the Most High's time, man. I did a video on that. We're on the Lord's time. So you can't get angry or upset at the Lord. You just got to continue to do what he requires of you. Build up your spiritual bank account. Build up your faith so that when all hell does break loose, you're not faint-hearted, man. It says the second definition. It says any various forms of never mind, that's something else. Similar words. You got forbearance, tolerance, restraint, self-restraint, resignation, stoicism. Let's get this word stoicism. The endurance of pain or hardship without the display of feelings and without complaint. So hey, take that shit like a man. You know, we going through hell right now. Take it like a man. All right, endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahushua, right? It says fortitude. These are all wonderful words. Courage in pain or adversity. Composure, the state of feeling or being calm and in control of oneself, knowing that the Lord got us, man. You got endurance, sufferance. It says absence of objection rather than genuine approval, toleration. Yep. Serenity, equilibrium, equanimity, tranquility, and they got these long words on here. Let's see. You got understanding. It's not letting that word come up. Lenience, indulgence, kindness, consideration, longanimity. You know, a bunch of synonyms, man. All right, but you know, Going back to the main definition, it says the capacity to accept or tolerate delay, trouble, or suffering without getting angry or upset, enduring that hardness. You know, endure. He that shall endure until the end, the same shall be saved, right? So, you know, hey, we must practice patience in this thing, man. You know, but we know good things come to those who wait. We know the kingdom is coming. If you don't go through that narrow, how should you enter into that broad? As it said in 2nd Esdras, the 7th chapter. And that's just something to think about, man. You know, so, you know, I ain't gonna beat a dead horse. You know, hey, once again, title of this video is Good Things Come to Them That Wait. You know, we and us that are in this truth, we know what's coming, man. All right, and now we know in part, we prophesy in part, but we know, all right, we're gonna have total rest, man. We're gonna be at peace. That's something that we hope for. But on the latter end of the video, we got you know, learning to practice patience. All right, brought that definition out. So Lord willing is edifying as well as exhorting. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Makakadash, and double honors to the elders and apostles of GMS, Great Millstone, all right, who rule well. Peace, love, and salutations to the hopeful elect. Till next time, Shalom.